I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script, every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's a winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang, the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
What's good, it's Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video, and I gotta keep it real with you. After yesterday's game against the Falcons, where we lost 20-40, I think it might be around the time to start asking the Panthers fan base a very, very important question here. A question that I think a lot of us might have had the wrong answer to not only just about a week ago. And that question is, was Ron Rivera really the problem with the Panthers? Look, I've seen things happen under Ron Rivera, and we understand that he wasn't the guy who was going to get us over the hump. I only asked this because I saw some things that I noticed while he was here, and I noticed those same things after he left. And obviously, you know, some of these things I said were biggest contributed to the coaching. But after seeing things, and I understand that it's only been one game with Perry Fewell, one game with Scott Turner, one game, you know, with Eric Washington, I guess having some sort of elevated position. I'm not really sure what he does in the organization. I have no clue what he actually does. But I was talking about, you know, blown coverages. I was talking about missed tackles. I was talking about bad form. I was talking about play calls. I was talking about guys looking like they really did not want to play for Coach Ron Rivera. And then I see the same exact thing the following week against the Falcons where they dropped 40 points on us. I'm starting to think, you know, maybe Ron Rivera was a problem, but at the same time, maybe he wasn't the problem that a lot of Panthers fans, myself included, thought he was. Now, I don't want to pat myself. I ain't gonna get too crazy here because I've been saying for the longest time that you gotta give these players on the team you gotta give them some blame here. I don't want to give it all to them, but you can't force a guy to be smart in coverage. You can't force these dudes. You can't play the game for them. You can't. I mean, I imagine Ron Rivera's in practice in these meetings telling these guys, please wrap up. Can you please actually pretend you know how to tackle? When a guy has the football in his hand, the way the play stops is you got to get that guy on the ground. And it seems like when he was here and since he's been gone, even though it's only been 1 week, guys just haven't gotten that part of the football game down and ingrained in their mind. It seems like no one really wants to square up, wrap up, and tackle. A lot of arm tackling, a lot of shoestring tackling, a lot of just going for a quick little shoulder. Hopefully they go down. A lot of, wait, I kind of tried to get him down, coach, but he just got past me. What can I do? He's a fast guy. And it seems like I've been mentioning before, we have Christian McCaffrey on our team, but literally every single team we play against also has Christian McCaffrey with our run defense. It's starting to look like maybe it's personnel, maybe we're missing one big player, and I don't even want to say it's KK because even when K'Wan Short was playing, we were still getting gassed on the run, inside, outside. There's two big things for the run. One, since Shellitronn's been gone, we have not had any kind of real interior run-stopping defense. Having KK and Star, I think, was the perfect mix. Having both those guys there really worked out for us. But also, just getting away from the interior of the run defense for the past few years, meaning this year, 2018, and to a certain degree in 2017, outside runs have been a huge problem. A huge problem. The toss to the right, anytime the quarterback flips the ball to a running back to the right side of the field and they start off with outside leverage, that's 7+ yards every single time. Our linebackers are just way too aggressive. They try to get to the backfield, they don't set the edge, and guys just go ahead and just run around them. There is not very much discipline on this defense. And it's starting to make me think that maybe Ron Rivera wasn't the huge overarching, I guess he wasn't the hugest problem. Maybe our guys maybe we might be overvaluing I guess, I don't want to get too wild here, but there are some players on our team who just ain't as great as we thought they probably were. And that's just me being real. Dudes don't want to tackle. Dudes want to talk, but they don't want to tackle. They don't want to have good coverage, and they do not want any parts of any running back. And I don't mean just like, I don't talk about these are guys going against Dalvin Cook every game. These aren't guys going against, like, it's kind of hard to say Todd Gurley. These aren't guys, going against Zeke and Saquon every single game. We got Adrian Peterson, who in his, I think, what has it been? 10 games he's played, has only had 3 games even close to 100 yards. He has 6 games where he's around 25, 37, 40 yards. And then he runs for 99 against us? Darius Geis runs for 150 against us? Come on, bro. Are those guys really that good? Look at their stats on the season and tell me those guys are as good as we made them look. And tell me that's all on Ron Rivera. Tell me that's mostly on Ron Rivera. At what point do you start putting some of the blame on these players, and how much blame do you put on these players for missing tackles? I mean, I gotta say right now, I assume Ron Rivera's in practice saying, please tackle these dudes. But at the same time, you're professional NFL players. You've been playing football at least 10, 15 plus years. You shouldn't need that much coaching to tell you to wrap up a player when you're tackling, to not dive at his shoestrings, to not just use your arms to tackle. Like, I don't know what to say. We just got beat by 20, and there are no winnable games left on our schedule. Seahawks, Colts, Saints. The Saints might still be fighting for number 1 spot in the NFC, so we might not be getting their C squad like we did last year. Last year, they didn't start all their starters. Last year, the way they played showed you that they didn't really care about winning or losing. The way they played in that game in Week 17, the way they played all year earlier than that, ain't the same way. Got the Seahawks, who are coming up next, who just got the brakes beat off them in Sunday Night Football. We ain't the Rams. We ain't gonna stop this. We look, Rashad Penny, Chris Carson, Russell Wilson. I got some, Tyler Lockett. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And then we have the Colts. Do not sleep on them. Maybe Ron Rivera wasn't really the biggest problem. Should we have kept him? I don't know. All I know is a huge overhaul needs to happen, and I think a huge overhaul is coming. I don't know who we're going to get, but I got to admit right now, I might have been a little bit early to start blaming Coach Ron Rivera and a little bit early to start celebrating him being gone, because things ain't changing. That's how I feel about it, man. What are your thoughts on it? Did we blame too much on Ron Rivera? Was he not blamed enough for what was going on with the team? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.